And a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Sanford Memorial Stadium in Sanford, Florida for the 2019 Florida Collegiate Summer League All-Star Game. I'm Ryan Murphy. Glad you could join us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in Sanford as the best players in the Florida League through the first half of the 2019 season will step on the field today for the All-Star Game. We were supposed to go last night, but the wrath of Poseidon dumped itself on the ballpark. It rained and it rained and it rained, and we'll do it instead today. The Home Run Derby canceled. We have a limited window today to get this in. There is some rain expected later this afternoon, so we just want to make sure we got the game in before anything else. So let's take you through the starting lineups, beginning with the West All-Stars. At the plate is the second baseman from the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, Joe Butts, against Daniel Perrette. First pitch Perrette throws, bouncing ball to second. Trent Taylor of the Sanford River Rats comes up with it. His throw to first is in time, and there's one away for Cage Cox. To wind you back through it, the lineup for the West looks like this. Leading off, second baseman from Winter Park, Joe Butts. At the plate right now is the center fielder from Leesburg, Cage Cox. Batting third, left fielder from Winter Park, Luke Reedy. Batting fourth, first baseman from Winter Park, Cole Beaker. Batting fifth, shortstop from Winter Garden, Dalton Sheffield, as the first pitch from Perrette pumps into the zone for a strike 0-1. Batting sixth, the right fielder from Winter Park, Adarius Myers. Batting seventh, the catcher from Winter Park, Luis Cabrera. Batting eighth, the DH from Winter Garden, Wesley Faison, as the 0-1 pitch from Perrette fouled off. It's 0-2. And the 9-hole hitter from Winter Park is Luis Lamarche. We'll give you the defensive arrangement behind Daniel Perrette after the 0-2 delivery from the Stetson lefty. Swung on and missed, strike three. Joe Butts strikes out, or grounds out, then Cage Cox strikes out, and there's two gone here in the first for Luke Reedy. The defensive arrangement behind the Atlantic Sun Freshman of the Year, Daniel Perrette, looks like this. His Sanford and his DeLand and Stetson teammate Mark Townsend is in left. Thomas Broyles from Sanford is in center. Jared Candy from Sanford is in right as Perrette misses upstairs 1-0. DeLand's Joe Burke will appear at third. Francis Villeman from Sanford in at short. As that pitch fouled off, it's 1-1. Trent Taylor from Sanford is at second. Topher Grant from Seminole County is at first. And Rodrigo Montenegro will catch his teammate behind the plate, both from the DeLand Suns. The 1-1 from Perrette is a blooper down the right field side. Topher Grant gives it a chase, but it motors out of his way, and it's out of play off Luke Reedy as Daniel Perrette looks to throw a 1-2-3 inning here for the Suns and the West before the East comes up to the plate. It'll be Taylor, Townsend, Candy, Sanford, DeLand, Sanford in the bottom of inning number one here from a sunny Sanford Memorial Stadium. The 1-2 from Perrette is just fouled off as Reedy able to keep the at-bat alive, and the count will remain a ball and two strikes on the left fielder, Luke Reedy. Reedy having a phenomenal season for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. The 1-2 pitch fouled off. Reedy hitting .326. He's played in all but one game and started them all for Winter Park. Hitting .326, 22 RBIs, 2 doubles, 3 home runs. The 1-2 from Perrette is a fly ball into right center field. The teammates Broyles and Candy converge. It's Candy that makes the play, and Daniel Perrette goes 1-2-3 in the first. We head along to the bottom of the first inning here from Sanford with your score. It's the West All-Stars nothing, the East All-Stars coming up. It's the East All-Stars' turn in the bottom of the first inning. It's Trent Taylor, Mark Townsend, and Jared Candy at the top of the order for the East as the pitch comes inside of Trent Taylor, 1-0 from Winter Park's Ryan Stumpfig, who gets the start today for the West. Behind Candy, Peter Hutzel, Topher Grant, Thomas Broyles, Francis Villeman, Rodrigo Montenegro, and Joe Burke as Stumpfig's 1-0 pitch up and in for ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes. "2-0 the count from Stumpfig is 2-0 to Taylor. High and tight. Taylor thought about it. They'll say he didn't go around. And the count on the leadoff hitter in the East order is 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch from Ryan Stumpfig is down Broadway at the letters of Trent Taylor for a strike. It's 3-1. 3 balls and a strike on the incoming UCF night as the 3-1 pitch fouled straight back to the screen, and the count has filled 3-2. Three-two pitch, high and tight, ball 4, and the leadoff hitter for the East, Trent Taylor, draws a walk, and it'll be a runner on first with nobody out for the stud from the DeLand Suns and the Stetson Hatters in Mark Townsend. Bouncing ball up the middle from Townsend. That's through for a base hit. Taylor will round second and dig for third as the ball slips into center field. He is in standing up, and the single from Mark Townsend brings up the FCSL home run leader in Jared Candy with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Runs scored. 1,208 OPS for right fielder number 27, Jared Candy.
Jared Candy having an MVP season for the Sanford River Rats. He'll step in with runners at the corners and nobody out. First pitch from Stumpfig is a curveball that catches the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Candy hitting .349. 27 RBIs. He's belted a league-high 9 home runs. Misses badly. Back pick to third just in time is Trent Taylor. Fooled by the curveball was Candy, and Taylor able to dive back in time. Just beating the throw behind the dish from Luis Cabrera. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner will break for second. Throw will be just not in time, and in fact just stays away from center field. The second baseman, Joe Butts, came to collect. The throw from Cabrera was a little bit offline. It's a stolen base for Mark Townsend. A nice first inning for him. A single and a stolen base. And it's second and third with nobody out and a 1-2 count on Jared Candy. Stumpfig, the Winter Park Diamond Dog, deals the 1-2 pitch. It is popped up, but it'll get up and out of play, and we'll do it again. Count remains. A ball and 2 strikes on Jared Candy. The DeLand son, Peter Hutzel, stands in the on-deck circle, the Marshall product out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Stumpfig. His 1-2 delivery is flown foul up and out of play down the right side, and we'll do it yet again with the count remaining 1-2 on Jared Candy. Ryan Stumpfig, the starting pitcher today for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. He's 2-0 with a 1.96 ERA. 23 innings, he's allowed 20 hits and struck out 19 as the 1-2 from Stumpfig is a line drive into left center field, a base hit. 2 runs are going to come in to score for the East. It's a 2-run single for Jared Candy, and the East All-Stars are out in front. It's 2-0. The leading run producer in the Florida League strikes again. A 2-run single for Jared Candy. Scores Townsend, scores Taylor. And it's the East out in front. It's 2-0 as that will bring up Peter Hutzel. Look out at the infield. The entire infield is in a red jersey except for the shortstop, Dalton Sheffield. First pitch to Peter Hutzel, the left-handed hitter, is in there for a strike, 0-1. The corner outfielders are in red as well. First pitch was a strike, second pitch a ball to Peter Hutzel, 1-1. You have the exception being the center fielder, Cage Cox. From the stretch is Stumpvig, runner on first, nobody out, as the first three have reached. Hutzel fouls it off down the left side and finds himself down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. The 1-2 is fouled off down the left side again by Peter Hutzel. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch from Stumpvig comes low and inside on the Marshall product, and the count even on Hutzel, 2-2. Seminole County's representative in the starting lineup, Topher Grant, stands in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the first inning of the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game. The East is out in front, 2-0 on a Jared Candy single. Candy will run, Hutzel will foul it off, and back to first base goes Florida Southern commit Jared Candy. Defensive arrangement for the East, Reedy, Cox, and Myers in the outfield, LaMarche, Sheffield, Butts, and Beaker in the infield. Luis Cabrera does the catching as a pickoff throw to first, not in time to get the returning to Jared Candy. Stumpvig comes set at the letters on his jersey as the 1-2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Ryan Stumpvig gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. He gets Peter Hutzel to swing through a curveball, and there's one gone here in the first inning for the Seminole County Scorpion, Topher Grant. Grant 6th in the league in hitting .338, 22 of 65, 11 runs scored, just 6 RBIs for Grant. He's been the mainstay in the lineup for the Scorps as the first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Stumpvig comes set, working from the stretch. His 0-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball, and the count runs even on Topher Grant. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on the Scorpion. Double play depth up the middle for the West as they would try to turn 2 and get out of the inning. Aces wild on the 5-hole hitting Topher Grant. Sanford's Thomas Broyles stands in the on-deck circle. The 1-1 pitch from Stumpvig paints the outside corner with a fastball, and Stumpvig back ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Topher Grant. Stumpvig allowed the first 3 to reach, now trying to retire his second straight. Can't do it on that pitch as Grant fouls it off. A defensive swing, that time from Topher Grant, keeps the at-bat alive. It's a ball and 2 strikes still. 25th pitch of the first inning for Ryan Stumpvig. The 1-2 delivery. Upstairs, tried to elevate the fastball, couldn't get a chase from Topher Grant, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count from the right-hander Stumpvig. Righty on righty. Pickoff throw to first. They nearly got Candy, but he's in safely to keep the at-bat alive. Keep his base running adventure alive. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes against Topher Grant with Jared Candy still on first. The 2-2 pitch to Grant in the dirt for a ball, and the count on the East first baseman is full, 3-2. We'll see if they put Jared Candy in motion on this 3-2. Stumpvig will step off the rubber as Grant called time at the plate. From the stretch comes Ryan Stumpfig. Candy does not go. The 3-2, back at the pitcher. Throw to second, got him. Throw to first, got him. A 1-6-3 double play brings the first inning to a conclusion as Stumpfig works out of major damage by inducing the 1-6-3 double play. But Jared Candy's 2-run single has the East in front. We've played an inning from Sanford Memorial Stadium with your score. It's the East 2, the West nothing, as you're watching the Florida League All-Star Game on YouTube. Cole Beaker, Dalton Shuffield, and Adarius Myers will step in for the West All-Stars against the Stetson Hatter. Daniel Perrette, whose first pitch is singled into center field. Back up the middle goes Cole Beaker, and the West has their first base runner of the game. It's a single from Cole Beaker. It puts a runner around first with nobody out here in the second inning for the 5-hole hitter and the lone representative of the Winter Garden Squeeze, Dalton Shuffield. He's had an excellent season for the Squeeze. He's hitting .377, among the best in the league. First pitch from Perrette. He darts one to the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Shuffield leads the Squeeze with 17 runs scored. 23 of 61 for his .377 average. Perrette's 0-1, lined into left field, but not having to move much is Mark Townsend. Shuffield retired on the flyout. Beaker returns to first, and there's one gone in the second inning for the 6th-hole hitter, Adarius Myers. Myers third in the Florida League with 12 stolen bases. He's hitting .315. 23 of his first 73, 17 runs scored, 10 runs batted in. And he swings and misses at a Perrette fastball blown by him. No balls and a strike on the West right fielder in Adarius Myers. The 0-1 pitch from Daniel Perrette. Tried to paint the outside corner, couldn't quite catch the black on that one. And aces are wild on the 6th-hole hitter Myers. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The 1-1 delivery will not come yet from Daniel Perrette as time is called at the plate. For those of you that may be paying attention to the Women's World Cup game, the USA on top in the 69th minute, 1-0, as a swing and a miss on a 1-1 pitch moves the count to 1-2. A PK from who else? Megan Rapinoe has the U.S. on top, 1-0. The U.S. just got another one to go up 2-0. But here in Sanford, it's a 1-2 count from Daniel Perrette. The 1-2 is just tapped foul, a defensive swing on a pitch on the inside corner by Myers. Keeps the at-bat alive at a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes the count. The 1-2 from Perrette is a high pop fly. It's going to get out of play. The bat actually got out of the hands of Adarius Myers. So we'll do another 1-2 delivery. Left-handed action from Winter Garden is up in the pen for the West. The second inning expected to be all for Daniel Perrette before the inning parade starts. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Daniel Perrette picks up his second strikeout in 2 innings of work. He's faced 6, retired 5, and struck out 2 as he'll face the catcher from the Winter Park Diamond Dogs in Luis Cabrera as Perrette looks to work 2 scoreless innings tonight. And if the East holds the lead all the way through, then Daniel Perrette would be your winning pitcher. First pitch of the at-bat from Perrette. Great curveball from the left-hander from Stetson. He's ahead, no balls and a strike. Bottom of the second inning, Broyles, Villeman, and Montenegro to hit for the East. Next pitch from Daniel Perrette, up and inside for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Perrette slide step the 1-1, just fouled off as spun back to the screen is Luis Cabrera, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes on the West catcher. The 2019 Florida Collegiate Summer League All-Star Game delayed due to rain last night. Some cloud cover has come into the area here in Sanford, but we're good to go as the 1-2 pitch fouled back again by Cabrera, and we'll do another 1-2 delivery. Should the inning continue, Wesley Faison is in the on-deck circle for the West. Thank you to all of us joining on our YouTube stream here as we have the technology carried over from our broadcast in DeLand. The 1-2 pitch from Daniel Perrette. Got him, strike 3. 2 scoreless frames from Daniel Perrette. 3 strikeouts for the Atlantic Sun Conference Freshman of the Year, representing the reigning champion DeLand Suns. We go to the bottom of the second inning from Sanford Memorial Stadium in Seminole County with your score. It's the East All-Stars 2 and the West All-Stars nothing. Top half of inning number 2 yielded nothing for the West. The East will step up with 6, 7, and 8. Broyles, Villeman, and Montenegro as they face the new pitcher, the left-hander from the Winter Garden Squeeze, who gets a swing and a miss. His name is Chase Rains. Rains with a 3.86 earned run average. He's 1-1, 4 appearances, 3 starts, 14 innings of work on the year as he can't paint the inside corner. It's 1-1. 14 innings, 16 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 9 strikeouts, 11 walks for Chase Rains. He's been one of 2 very good pitchers this year. Sub-4 ERA for the Winter Garden Squeeze, but he misses high and tight for that one. 2 balls and a strike on Thomas Broyles. Broyles, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs. Among the best power hitters in this league, takes a strike right over the heart of the plate to even the count at 2-2. 21 starts, 3 times coming off the bench. 21-67, 14 runs scored in those 23 RBIs, a .313 average for Thomas Broyles. The Missouri Tigers 2-2 is a bouncing ball towards first. It'll be collected, and the throw to first base over to Chase Rains is in time. Beaker to Rains puts out Broyles for the first out of the frame to bring up Francis Villeman. 4 home runs, 22 RBIs. He's top 5 in the league in total bases, doubles, and extra base hits. Francis Villeman hitting .293, 24 hits, 82 ABs, 12 runs scored in those 22 RBIs. .337 on base, .524 slugging for an .861 OPS. Chase Rains, the lefty, deals his first pitch of the at-bat. It's another ground ball. This one taken by the third baseman LaMarche. Throw across the diamond in time. And Chase Rains working a quick second inning thus far. 2 up, 2 down to bring up the catcher in Rodrigo Montenegro, who has been the best defensive catcher in the Florida League thus far this season. Leads the league in assists behind the plate. Hitting .308, 12 of 39. Started 14 games for DeLand as he's split time with another son we're going to see here tonight, the incoming Stetson Hatter, Christian Pregent. First pitch, Montenegro, another ground ball. How about that inning for Chase Rains? 3 up, 3 down, 3 grounders, and the second inning is over as Winter Gardens Chase Rains posts a nice 1-2-3 inning. We head to the top of the third here from Sanford Memorial Stadium. After 2 innings, your score, it's the East 2, the West nothing. You're watching the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game on YouTube. Tony Rossi will step on the mound in the third inning for the East All-Stars out of the Sanford River Rats in the University of West Florida. He's 1-0 in 4 starts this season with a 2.50 ERA. He's worked 18 innings, allowing 12 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 26 strikeouts, and 9 walks. Opposing hitters hitting just a $190 against him. Tony Rossi's first pitch of the inning is fouled back to the screen, 0-1. He will face 8-9-1 in the West order. Wesley facing Luis Lamarche, and back to the top of the order, and Joe Butts. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 delivery is a breaking ball outside. Count evens 1-1. Daniel Perret exits after 2 stellar innings of work. Worked 2, struck out 3, and allowed just 1 hit, a single. 1-1 breaking ball floats upstairs for a ball, and the count on Wesley Faison is 2 balls and a strike. One pitch fouled off by Faison, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's the first day I stepped on this field, that's what I noticed. My first day of orientation, that's what I said. It's like someone's gonna get snapped.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Into the motion goes Rossi. His 2-2 pitch is a line drive into right. Diving attempt made by Jared Candy. Jared Candy, an early candidate for MVP this afternoon, as he's got a 2-run single and now a diving catch in right to pick up the first out of the 3rd inning. Excellent play from Candy, getting the white uniform dirty. The home East All-Stars all in white. For the DeLand Suns, that's white trimmed in orange. For the River Rats, that's white trimmed in royal blue. First pitch to Luis Lamarche is fouled back to the screen. And for the Seminole County Scorpions, that's white trimmed in the camo. For the visiting West All-Stars, the Winter Park Diamond Dogs in red. You'll see quite a bit of them as the 0-1 pitch fouled off down the right side, 0-2. The Leesburg Lightning in yellow jerseys trimmed in black. No balls, 2 strikes, the 0-2 pitch. In there, strike 3. Tony Rossi strikes out Luis Lamarche. And there's 2 gone here in the 3rd inning to bring up the West leadoff hitter, the second baseman, Joe Butts.
Here's the leadoff hitter, leading hitter from Lexington, North Carolina, and the Diamond Dogs, number 6, second baseman Joe Butts.
Joe Butts, a ground-out victim of Daniel Perret his first time up. First pitch breaking ball bounces outside for a ball. And the count on Joe Butts, 1 ball and no strikes for the West All-Stars. Pitch upstairs for a ball that time to Butts, and the count moves to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2-0 curveball. Darts into the zone for a strike, and the count on the second baseman, Joe Butts, is 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 the count. Into the motion goes Rossi. His 2-1 pitch bounces outside for a ball, and the count is 3-1 on the leadoff hitter in the West order. Three-one pitch, low and outside, ball 4. And the first walk of the game surrendered by the East pitching staff is awarded to Joe Butts. He'll head down to first to bring up Leesburg's Cage Cox. Cox out of the currently 4th place Leesburg Lightning. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Cox leading Leesburg, hitting .330. He started every single game for the Black and Gold. 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. First pitch to him. Catches the outside corner from Tony Rossi. No balls and a strike for the left-handed hitting Cage Cox. Runner on first in the person of Joe Butts. The tying run at the plate here in the top of the 3rd inning as Cox takes a pitch low for a ball from Tony Rossi, and the count runs even. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count, set from the stretch goes Rossi. He deals the 1-1 pitch. It is clubbed into deep right center field. Chasing it and making a leaping catch in center is Thomas Broyles. Cage Cox put a charge into that one, but Sanford's Thomas Broyles is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. So the 2-out walk administered to Joe Butts does no damage. As we move to the bottom of the third inning here from Sanford, your score, it's the East All-Stars 2 and the West All-Stars nothing, as you're watching the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game on YouTube. Tate Stone Fresina will step on the mound here in the third inning. A 1.54 ERA does Stone Fresina have out of Rollins College. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off by Burke, 1-1. He's 0-2, though. Both of those losses coming in games he pitched very well in against the DeLand Suns. 23 in the third. He's allowed just 12 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. 16 walks, 13 strikeouts. Opposing hitters hitting $160 against him as Burke hits a towering pop-up to right center field. It's going to be the right fielder, Adarius Myers, that calls it off. And since the first 3 hitters of the game reach for the East, 6 straight have been retired. And back to the top of the order we go for the East second baseman, Trent Taylor.
Tied for the lead in triple, second baseman number 4 from the Rats, Trent Taylor.
Trent Taylor, a member of the DeLand Suns championship team a year ago, and he scalds one to third, but a jumping catch made by Luis Lamarche. An excellent play made by the Winter Park Diamond Dog as he climbed the first couple steps of the ladder to take a hit away from Trent Taylor, as there's now 2 gone quickly here in the third inning to bring up the DeLand Sun leader on the offensive side in another Stetson Hatter in Mark Townsend. 5 home runs, 3 of those coming in the same game. He takes a strike from Stone Fresina, 0-1. Townsend hitting 3 home runs back Monday night in Lake Minneola against the Winter Garden Squeeze. Townsend chases a high fastball and quickly finds himself down, no balls and 2 strikes. Logged what we believe to be, at least in the last 10 years, Florida League record 13 total bases in that victory over the Squeeze. The 0-2 to Townsend, high and outside. Stone Fresina reach back for a little extra on that fastball as the count moves to 1-2 on the Stetson Hatter. 2-0 East here, bottom of the third inning in the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game. 2-run single by Jared Candy currently supplies the entirety of the runs. The 1-2 to Townsend in the dirt for a ball, and the Stetson Hatter, trying to reach base for the second time, is ahead, has the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball in there, strike 3. Tate Stone Fresina works a second straight 1-2-3 inning. He strikes out Mark Townsend. We go to the top of the 4th inning from Sanford Memorial Stadium. Your score, it's the DeLand Suns, the Sanford River Rats, and the Seminole County Scorpions. The East All-Stars leading 2-0. It'll be the second pitcher from the DeLand Suns that we've seen today. It's the Florida League strikeout leader, Nate Palmer, whose first pitch to Luke Reedy is sent back up and out of play 0-1. Palmer having a phenomenal season on the bump for the defending champion Suns, as the 0-1 delivery is a line drive that is caught by the second baseman, Trent Taylor. The East flashing the leather this afternoon. Diving catch in right, leaping catch in center, diving catch at second, as Trent Taylor takes away a base hit from Luke Reedy, as the East is just all over it this afternoon in the field, as with one gone, it brings up the first baseman in Cole Beaker. To give you the numbers on Palmer, a 1.67 ERA. First pitch from him is outside for a ball, 1-0. He's 3-0. Made just 2 starts, 9 times total. 27 innings, just 14 hits. 6 runs, 5 earned. He's walked 18, but has struck out 38 as the 1-0 pitch low and inside for a ball. Count on the cleanup hitter in the West order, Cole Beaker, 2 balls and no strikes. Palmer's 2-0 delivery is checked swing, and we went around. Goes Beaker, about a 3/4 swing there from the Winter Park Diamond Dog in Beaker. Hitting .325 on the season, as the 2-1 pitch from Palmer misses low for a ball. It's 3-1. 3 home runs, 16 RBIs for the Diamond Dogs, who are easily pacing the league. The 3-1 pitch, high and outside, ball 4. So Cole Beaker becomes the first player on either roster to reach base twice this afternoon. He stands on first with 1 out here in the 4th inning for Winter Gardens' Dalton Sheffield. A Texas State product is Sheffield. First pitch of the at-bat from Palmer is a high pop fly. His catcher Montenegro pops out of his stance and watches it sail into the parking lot as the count on the 5-hole hitter in the West starts no balls and a strike. East 2, West nothing. Top of the fourth inning from Sanford as the 0-1 pitch. Palmer paints the black on the outside corner to Dalton Sheffield, and the count is quickly 0-2 as the big man from Seminole State will look to work a scoreless frame here. The middle infield of Rats in Villeman and Taylor stand in double play depth, hoping they can turn a double play. The infield has not gotten a lot of work today for the East. Only 2 balls hit to him. They are both to Trent Taylor. The 0-2 delivery is a fly ball hit pretty well into center. Broyles will chase it back, and Broyles is there to make the play. And there's 2 gone here in inning number 4 to bring up the right fielder, Adarius Myers. 11 outs total. 5 hit to the outfielders. 3 Perrette strikeouts and 1 as well from Tony Rossi. And a line drive to Taylor and a ground out to Taylor. Swing and a miss from Nate Palmer as the big man from Seminole State is ahead of Adarius Myers. No balls and a strike as he looks to keep this shutout intact for the East All-Stars. No balls and a strike from Palmer. The 0-1 pitch dials it up that time right down Broadway for a strike. And Palmer 1 strike away from a scoreless frame here in the 4th. The West has gotten a runner on in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but have been unable to do anything with it yet. Palmer gassed up the fastball high and inside. No chase from Myers. Count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes from Nate Palmer. Holds the ball near the brim of his cap. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nathan Palmer picks up a scoreless 4th inning as the DeLand Suns pitching staff has thrown 3 scoreless frames. Tony Rossi adds a scoreless frame of his own. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning from Sanford. It's still, as it was in the first, East 2, West nothing. You're watching the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game on YouTube. Jared Candy will look to add to what has been a MVP level performance in the season and in the game as he faces Peyton Weinbarger from the Leesburg Lightning. First pitch from Weinbarger, a strike, 0-1. Weinbarger's been Mr. Unlucky this season for the Leesburg Lightning as his 0-1 pitch is fouled off 0-2. He's gone 20 innings, allowed 17 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned, 10 walks, 24 strikeouts, and a 3.15 ERA, but he has a 1-3 record to go with it as the 0-2 pitch upstairs, no chase from Jared Candy, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. When you look a little closer at what has happened this season to Peyton Weinbarger, as he takes a pitch upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Took the loss against DeLand. He gave up 2 runs in 2 innings in a 5-1 loss to the Suns. As the 2-2 delivery from Weinbarger is upstairs, it's full. Through 5 innings, allowed 3 runs. And against Winter Park, lost 8-1. And through 3 innings, allowed 1 run and lost 2-1 to Sanford. He just hasn't gotten any run support this year for the Lightning. As the 3-2 pitch from Weinbarger, swing and a miss, strike 3. Weinbarger strikes out Jared Candy, and there's 1 away for DeLand's Peter Hutzel. The run support he's gotten in his appearances this year, 1-2, 1-1, 4-2, and he got 9 back on the first night of the season. He only threw an inning that night. But in each of his last 3 appearances of multiple innings, the poor guy's only gotten 3 runs total of run support, but he's having a heck of a season. And as the North Carolina A&T product goes with a breaking ball in the zone for a strike to Peter Hutzel, count begins 0-1 on the East cleanup hitting DH. And the DeLand Suns, Peter Hutzel, the 0-1 pitch to the Calgary native, catches the outside corner for a strike, and Hutzel finds himself down in the count, 0-2. West pitching has shut the East down since the 2-run single by Candy. 9 up, 9 down since that point. Weinbarger trying to make it 10 by getting Peter Hutzel. The 0-2 pitch, he does, and now heading down to first base will be Peter Hutzel. It's a swing and a miss, but the ball got away from the catcher Cabrera, so a second straight strikeout from Weinbarger will instead put Peter Hutzel at first base, score that strikeout and a wild pitch that puts Hutzel at first for Topher Grant.
From the Scorpions and Lenore Ryan College, first baseman number 14, Topher Grant.
Hutzel, the first East player to reach since Jared Candy's 2-run single back in the first inning. And just the 4th East player to reach. 4 East, 3 West have reached base today. First pitch to Topher Grant, up and away for a ball, 1-0. For the West, Joe Butts walked in the 3rd, and Cole Beaker a single and a walk. For the East, a Taylor walk, a Townsend single, the Candy single, and now Hutzel reaching on a drop 3rd strike. 1-0 pitch doesn't come yet as a throw over to first base, not in time. Time called by the umpire as one of the Sanford River Rats, Thomas Broyles, had gone to chase down a foul ball. The left-hander Weinbarger checks the runner Hutzel and deals to the plate, comes low and inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The count on the Seminole County Scorpion, Topher Grant. The 2-0 pitch in there at the knees for a strike to the Seminole County first baseman in Grant. It's 2 balls and a strike on the 5-hole hitter for the East. Peter Hutzel stands on first with 1 away. A pickoff throw. The Calgary native back in easily. Again, fans, we are in the bottom of the 4th inning from Sanford Memorial Stadium in Sanford, Florida for the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game. As Weinbarger's delivery to Grant fouled off down the right side. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The East All-Stars, the defending champion, the DeLand Suns, the Sanford River Rats, and the Seminole County Scorpions. The West All-Stars, the top team in the league right now, the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, the Winter Garden Squeeze, and the Leesburg Lightning. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Make it now 3 strikeouts in a row for Peyton Weinbarger. And as good of a day as Jared Candy has had,
The center fielder representing the River Rats tied for
If Peyton Weinbarger can strike out Thomas Broyles here, and he goes an inning with 4 strikeouts, you may have to put him in MVP consideration, win or lose. Weinbarger's breaking ball, a great pitch, just misses a little low and inside as the count on Broyles starts 1-0. One ball, no strikes, a pickoff throw to first, not in time.
Oh, that's right, because Oberlefty steals and then first base is open. They just have to throw it down, right?
Oh, 2 outs.
The 1-0 pitch, high and tight.
2 outs, they don't have to throw it.
And the count on Thomas Broyles moves to 2-0.
Okay, if this guy steals, and then he swings and misses, they drop it, he gets to first base.
But you get a 5th one.
2-0 pitch, low and outside, ball 3 to Thomas Broyles, count 3-0.
I don't think it's ever happened in Major League history.
3 balls, no strikes, the count. And the 3-0 delivery is in there on the outside corner for a strike. A little trivia question. The last Major League player to have 4 strikeouts in an inning was Luke Bard. He did it back in April of this year as the 3-1 pitch fouled off. And Weinbarger now a strike away from 4 punch-outs in 1 inning. Happens on about a yearly basis in Major League Baseball. It's happened a total, as Baseball Almanac tells us, of 92 times in Major League history.
Player to do it twice.
And the 3-2 pitch will be singled into left field, so no 4 up, 4 down, 4 Ks.
Tied for the league lead in doubles. 5th in the league in RBI is the shortstop.
Single into left field by Thomas Broyles puts runners on first and second for Francis Villeman.
Only pitcher to do it twice. Chuck's
First pitch foul is a ball to Francis Villeman. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 on, 2 out, as a faked back pick to first after the swing and miss from Villeman evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Third hit of the game for the East. 2 have been supplied by Sanford, and 1 has been supplied by DeLand. DeLand has picked up the slack on the pitching side. They've worked 3 of the 4 shutout innings. 1-1 from Weinbarger, high and outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Francis Villeman up. Rodrigo Montenegro stands in the on-deck circle, and he could get a big opportunity to blow this game open for the East. Weinbarger trying to keep the 2-run lead intact as the 1-2 pitch, or the 1-2-1 pitch, I should say, fouled off by Villeman. Count runs even. It's deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2-0 East. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2s almost all the way across the board as number 3 hits. Villeman hits a sky-high fly ball, a late break on it by Cage Cox, but Cox reaches up at cap height and makes the catch to retire the side. 3 straight strikeouts by Weinbarger, but he still has to work out of trouble. Leaves runners on first and second. New pitcher coming into the game. It'll be a Sanford River Rat when we come back. It's the top of the 5th inning from Sanford. DeLand, Sanford and Seminole County lead 2-0 as the East All-Stars. Logan Frazier, the new pitcher for the East All-Stars. He got a swing and miss from Luis Cabrera to start this half inning. Frazier's 0-1 delivery is a ground ball foul down the third base line, and the count on Luis Cabrera is 0-2. Taking a look on the season at Luis Cabrera, the new pitcher Logan Frazier. Frazier with a 2.57 ERA. He's 2-1, 21 innings, 17 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned, 20 strikeouts, and 8 walks. The 0-2 from Frazier elevated that one to move the count on the 7-hole hitting catcher from the West to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ryan Murphy, voice of the DeLand Suns, glad you could join us on this Sunday afternoon. Wherever you're watching this game, however you're watching this game, whether you're on your computer or your mobile device, we thank you for making us part of your Sunday afternoon. That ball is clubbed deep into center field. It's going to be off the wall. Rounding first and digging for second is Cabrera. Now he's going to try for third. He throws on the brakes and has to retreat to the second base bag. And I think his teammates might let him hear about it, but he'll say, yeah, well, I clubbed a double to the wall. Luis Cabrera stands on second. And for the first really time today, the West has something cooking for the designated hitter from the Winter Garden Squeeze in Wesley Faison. One ball, 2 strikes was the count when Cabrera clubbed one over the head of Thomas Broyles. So Logan Frazier will have to work out of some trouble for the East All-Stars. His first pitch to Faison is a high, towering fly ball into left center field. Townsend will give way to the center fielder Broyles. Broyles will come up with it. Cabrera thought about testing him, but does not. And there's one gone in the 5th inning for the 9-hole hitter in the West in Winter Park's Luis LaMarche. I believe at the end of this half inning we may have the Florida League mascot race. If we do, we're going to stay with you and call it Kentucky Derby style. Last year, the mascot race ended in tragedy when Stinger, the mascot of the Scorpions, was decapitated at home plate. Little kids, cover your ears. The mascot's head popped off because the intern wasn't paying attention. We'll have Sonny from DeLand. We'll have Ralphie from Sanford. We'll have Stinger from Seminole County. We'll have Stryker from Leesburg as the 0-1 delivery. And Slugger from Winter Park. I'm told Crush is somewhere in AA ball working on his mascot craft. That's the Winter Garden mascot. As the 1-1 pitch from Frazier is another high pop fly. The shortstop this time in Villeman will find it. He ranges back a bit and makes the play. And LaMarche is retired on the pop out. There's 2 away.
Leadoff hitter from the Catawba Indians in Salisbury, North Carolina.
The current Vegas odds maker have Stryker as a 3-1 favorite,
Joe Butts.
followed by Sonny at 5-1, Ralphie at 6-1, Slugger at 10-1, and Stryker is a 50-1, or I should say Stinger is a 50-1 underdog. That tail is not really aerodynamic for Stinger. He's on the boards as a 50-1 dog. First pitch of the at-bat from Frazier comes right over the plate for a strike, 0-1. And the mascots are officially in position out there on the left field side. We've got our camera here in my arm's length. We'll try to get all of that as a ground ball toward the shortstop. Villeman comes up with it. Throw to first is going to have a tag applied by Grant, and the inning is over. Logan Frazier gives up a leadoff double, but then goes 1-2-3. And we're going to stay with the mascot race here as we turn the camera, and you can now see the mascots.
Mascot race. We've got
It's Sonny in the orange pants. It's Stinger in the purple head. The full dog
in the lead.
is Slugger and Ralphie. So we just have the 4. Stryker not able to make it today. So a late scratch on Stryker.
Jeremy, I don't know if you've got a microphone down there. No?
So here we go. 4 mascots in the field today. And we're off in the Florida League Derby race. A big lead for Sonny. It's Sonny coming down the stretch. Sonny with a big lead. And the DeLand Suns are going to win another championship. It's Sonny across the line first. It's going to be Slugger across second and Ralphie across third. But the DeLand Suns, your Florida League champions, win another championship as Sonny is the Florida League mascot race winner. As Sonny crosses first, Slugger crosses second, and Ralphie crosses third. And the 50-1 underdog Stinger crosses last. So as the mascots matriculate off the field, we'll let the next pitcher in line warm up, and we'll be back for the bottom of the fifth inning. It's the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game, presented by the Florida Collegiate Summer League. The guy they call Pooch is in the left-hand batter's box for the East All-Stars. That's Rodrigo Montenegro, as he's down in the count to Winter Park's Steven Swift, 0-2, and he chases a pitch in the dirt. They'll say the ball was caught. Montenegro's going to leg it out anyway, as looks like Jeff Lemon over there at first base saying, "Good hustle, bud, but you're out." As that will bring up the reigning defending Florida League Home Run Derby champion in Joe Burke. For operating by like wrestling or boxing rules here, you have to be beaten for the championship to lose the title. So Joe Burke is still the Home Run Derby champion of record. He takes a curveball from Steven Swift that darts into the zone for a strike, and the count starts 0-1 on the Panther out of Kentucky Wesleyan College. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count. Aces wild on Joe Burke. Steven Swift trying to work a scoreless bottom of the fifth inning as the 1-1 pitch bounces in for a ball, and Burke finds himself now ahead in the count. It's 2-1. A 2-run single by Jared Candy back in inning number 1 currently holds up as the 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss as dialing up the fastball that time was Swift, and the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 delivery is a chopper towards third, collected by the third baseman LaMarche. His throw is off the bag. It's not going to be in time. An E5 by Luis LaMarche puts Joe Burke aboard for the East All-Stars before it rolls back to the top of the order and Burke's 2018 DeLand Suns teammate Trent Taylor. As we are officially going to have our first substitution of the game, Hunter Fornari will enter for Joe Burke. Fornari to run for Burke, so Burke's day is over. As he reaches base for the first time, it'll be the top of the order, and Trent Taylor stepping in. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. First pitch of the at-bat to Taylor, right down Broadway for a strike. Count starts 0-1. Foul back to the screen by Taylor against Steven Swift. And the Sanford leadoff hitter has himself down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch outside to Trent Taylor. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on the East leadoff hitter. Runner on first is the pinch runner Hunter Fornari. Likely start the bevy of changes in the 6th. There goes Fornari. Pitches low. Throw down to second. Fornari is out. Thrown out by Luis Cabrera behind the plate. Fornari is out for out number 2. And now the 2-2 count on Trent Taylor comes with 2 outs in the frame. The 2-2 pitch to Trent Taylor in the dirt for a ball. And the count is full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. And 3-2 pitch coming. And the 3-2 delivery. Taylor bounces it foul and will do it again. Swift to Taylor trying to work the unconventional 1-2-3. 3-2 pitch, golfed out towards third, collected, the throw to first in time, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the we go to the top of the 6th inning. Here from Sanford, it's still East 2, West nothing. Cage Cox able to get aboard on an error as a ball right back to Cole Beverland. Couldn't get it out of his glove cleanly. It brings up Luke Reedy, who fouls a pitch back to the screen, 0-1. Still a 2-0 lead for the East on the strength of the Jared Candy 2-run single. Big breaking ball from Beverland is high and tight, and the count is 1-1. Cole Beverland on the season has been excellent for this DeLand Ball Club. A 2.42 ERA, he's 3-0. 26 innings, 18 strikeouts, 16 walks, allowing opposing hitters to hit just a .183. Against him, a Florida State Seminole, redshirted this year for the Noles, who got out of the College World Series in Mike Martin's final season at the helm. Beverland, the third son to take the mound tonight. Perrette threw 2 scoreless, Palmer threw 1. His time is called right before Beverland came to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Beverland is a chopper towards short. Villeman, Taylor, and the Rats turn it. Villeman, Taylor to Allen. 6-4-3 double play. Picks up the first and second outs of the 6th inning as Cole Beverland will look for the unconventional 1-2-3 as he faces Cole Beaker. First pitch of the at-bat is fouled off down the left side. No balls and a strike on the cleanup hitting Cole Beaker as we're going to start seeing some changes in the lineup. Here as the game gets into the later innings, the 0-1 is a chopper towards first. It's foul, and Cole Beverland will look to make it 4 scoreless innings worked by DeLand Sons pitching tonight, in addition to 2 scoreless worked by Rat pitching. Into the motion goes Cole Beverland. His 0-2 pitch fouled off down the left side, and will do it again. Count still 0-2. It'll be scheduled to be Townsend, Candy, Hutzel in the 6th. Townsend and Candy are still in the game. We'll have to see about Hutzel as the DH, no real way to tell. The 0-2 pitch from Cole Beverland is low and inside for a ball. It's 1-2. Defensively, the changes. Hunter Fornari now at third. Connor Allen now at first. As a breaking ball is lifted into shallow left center field, just over the glove of the leaping Francis Villeman, as Cole Beaker is making his case for a possible MVP bid. He's been on base 3 times in this game, 2 singles and a walk. He stands on first with 2 outs for Dalton Sheffield, who represents the tying run. Checking the runner at first is Beverland. From the stretch, his first pitch is lifted high and deep to left field. That ball is gone! Dalton Sheffield ties the game for the West All-Stars. A 2-run shot by the Winter Garden Squeeze, Dalton Sheffield. The West All-Stars have tied it at 2 on a 2-run shot just over the left field wall from Dalton Sheffield. Texas State's product has evened the score as a 2-out rally here from the West All-Stars as the West on the board as they'll look.
Alabama leads the Leesburg Lightning to stolen bases. Here's number 7, Tate Mathis.
So Tate Mathis will step in for Darius Myers in the number 6 hole. Beverland goes back to work and throws a strike, 0-1. Bouncing ball foul down the first base side. It's Rich Billing as first base coach over there, able to snag it and fire it back into the dugout. And Beverland now trying to get out of trouble. The 0-2 pitch is high and outside for a ball as the DeLand Sons right now with 5 of the 9 on the field as the 1-2 delivery from Beverland paints the outside corner, strike 3. Beverland ends his outing on a happy note as he catches Tate Mathis looking. but Dalton Sheffield has tied the game on a 2-run homer to left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Sanford, and it's a brand new ball game. We're tied at 2. Amir Asghar is the new pitcher for the East All-Stars. He faces DeLand's Mark Townsend, who fouled off the first pitch, took the second pitch high and away to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Townsend, Candy, and then Peter Hutzel looks like he's staying in the game at DH as the 1-1 pitch high and tight for a ball, 2-1. The next time the Florida League will come together in a sense is next week, as the league will take a collection of its couple dozen of its best prospects up to Cary, North Carolina, as the 2-1 pitch fouled off up and away, 3-1. That roster to be announced in the next couple of days. Pitch foul off, count full, 3-2. Expect somewhere in the neighborhood of Tuesday for the prospect team to be announced. That team will head up to Cary, North Carolina. We'll play a doubleheader on Tuesday. That game will be broadcast right where you're watching this game. As the 3-2 pitch is ball 4. Mark Townsend on base twice for the East. They bring up Jared Candy. Right where you're watching this, if you want to bookmark it, if you will, that's tinyurl.com/DeLandSons. It's where we'll have this game. Back pick to first, not in time. We will send out the exact link to the broadcast on the day of the game. But, again, if you want to bookmark where to watch, where the game will be, it's tinyurl.com/DeLandSons. The 0-1 pitch is popped up in a shallow center. Dalton Sheffield dances underneath it and makes the play to retire Jared Candy for the first out of the inning and bring up DeLand's Peter Hutzel. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today, but was on base via the drop third strike on a wild pitch.
From the Suns, number 13, DH, Peter Hudson.
And to those of you that are joining us, we're glad you could on our YouTube stream tonight. Just past 1:30 in the afternoon as the first pitch up and away to Peter Hutzel, 1-0. We're tied at 2. The runs have come in pairs today. As for the East, a 2-run single by Mark Townsend, and for the West, or by Jared Candy, excuse me, and for the West, a 2-run homer by Dalton Shuffield. The Suns tried to go a little hit and run there with Hutzel at the plate and Townsend at first, but Hutzel fouls it off. Josh Montero looks like he's coached third base for the East. Rick Hall of the defending champion DeLand Suns, who is starting to creep ever closer to Kevin Davidson's win record, is the head coach of this team. The 1-1 delivery to Hutzel. He clubs that one pretty well into center field, but it will fall right into the glove of Cage Cox, the center fielder. Parker Pillsbury out there in the Cox spot in the order. And there's 2 gone here in the 6th inning for the first baseman, Topher Grant. He will be pinch hit for, he was the defensive replacement, Connor Allen. Alan Alonso of the DeLand Suns is in the on-deck circle in Thomas Broyles' spot in the order. First pitch, high and outside for a ball. It's 1-0 on Connor Allen. Bottom of the 6th inning, we're tied at 2 in the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game. Asgar pitches. There goes Townsend. Throw down to second base. That one is not in time. Mark Townsend steals his second stolen base of the night. Not a bad day for Mark Townsend. Reaches base twice, steals 2 bases, and he represents the go-ahead run for the East All-Stars. Could bail out Cole Beverlin. He would become the winning pitcher as the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Beverlin probably already hear it from Daniel Perrette, the starter who was in line to be the winner, till the 2 runs came across. The 1-2 plunks Connor Allen. Pitch from Asgar got away from him, and Connor Allen is aboard on a hit-by pitch, and the East has 2 on, 2 out for a third-year Sun but a first-year All-Star in Alan Alonso.
And the Mount Olive Trojans, second on the team in RBIs. Number 5, Alan Alonso.
First pitch of the at-bat, upstairs for a ball. Count 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning, we'll play 9 either way. We're going to play the full 9 as Alonso fouls off the 1-0. Even if the East is winning, there'd be a pitcher from the West that hasn't thrown, be a couple guys that may have only gotten 1 AB. So we're going to let everyone get their full go in the bottom of the 9th inning. But the game won't go any further than that. We will end in a tie if it's that way after 9, unless we can come up with some interesting tiebreaker. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off 1-2. Although if the weather stays nice, we might want to go with the, I think it's the NECBL or the Futures League that does it, where they have the home run derby tiebreaker. Maybe we can go with that if we've got a tie. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Alan Alonso from the DeLand Suns at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Alonso, it's a sky-high fly ball into center field. Pillsbury tracks it. He's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. The East get 2 runners on but cannot score. We head to the 7th inning here from Sanford. We're all tied up at 2. Kyle Branna, the new pitcher for the East All-Stars, as he will face a bottom of the order for the West. Breaking ball misses the zone. It's 2-1. The next pitch from Kyle Branna, way over the head. It's 2 balls and a strike. As in the game here for the Winter Park Diamond Dogs.
Hey, Erica. This signed bat with like a bunch of signatures. Are we raffling this off or not?
2-1 pitch comes from Branna, right down Broadway for a strike. As the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes on the catcher, Gerardo Miranda. Makes his first appearance at the plate of the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Branna's 2-2 pitch, way outside, and the count has filled 3-2. Defensively, it stays the same as it did. Pregent's catching, Fornari at third, Villeman at short, Taylor at second, Allen at first, Candy in center, Townsend in left, Alonzo in right. It is the new pitcher, Kyle Branna's turn. Final 3 innings of the game for the East, we know. It'll be Branna in the 7th. It'll be Quentin Martinez in the 8th as the 3-2 swung on and missed strike 3. A punch out here by Kyle Branna, and there's one gone for Wesley Faison. It'll be Branna in the 9th, 8th in the 7th, Quentin Martinez in the 8th, and to the 9th, it'll be Brock Myers. Still a couple pitchers left to go, including the back half of that bullpen for Winter Park, including Brian Carullo, still left to throw for the West. Faison clubs it just off the glove of the diving third baseman in Hunter Fornari. Wesley Faison has himself a single. A great effort there by the FGCU Eagle in Fornari, but could not come up with it. And there's a runner on first. The go-ahead run stands on first with 1 out for Luis Lamarche. Runner on first. The East would love to turn an inning-ending double play. First pitch upstairs for a ball on a fastball to Lamarche. 1 ball, no strikes, your count. East 2, West 2, top of the 7th inning here in the 2019 Florida Collegiate Summer League All-Star Game. The 1-0 pitch upstairs for a ball, and the count is 2-0. Behind him, the top of the order, Branna, the right-hander, going to Weber International University, an AIA program in the state of Florida in Babson Park, is the pitch in there for a strike. Breaking ball finds its target as the count 2-1. Short lead off of first for Faison as the 2-1 delivery. Another curveball, this one tapped foul back to the screen by Lamarche, and the count is even now. On Lamarche, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He struck out in the 3rd and popped out in the 5th. In the 3rd, that was against Rossi. And in the 5th, against Frazier. 2 balls, 2 strikes, your count. The 2-2 delivery is a breaking ball that is clubbed into left center field. Mark Townsend on the run. He's there. Reaches up at shoulder height to make the catch. And Lamarche put out on the flyout for out number 2 to bring back the top of the order for the West All-Stars, as we'll have back-to-back Leesburg Lightning here at the top.
487 on base percentage, both those lead the league. Second baseman. Who is it?
Max Law.
As it'll be Max Law, followed by Parker Pillsbury, both in the game as replacements for Joe Butts and Cage Cox. Runner on first, 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat from Branna. Right over the heart of the plate for a strike, 0-1. League will get back in action tomorrow as fresh 3-game series start across the Florida League. 0-1 pitch. Great slider there from Brana. Got a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. We'll have a doubleheader at the First Academy, Winter Garden and Winter Park. We'll have the Stadium Series here in Sanford between Sanford and Seminole, and the DeLand Suns will head out to Pat Thomas Stadium to play Leesburg. The 0-2 foul back to the screen, and we'll do it again. So we take a look at the Florida League standings as we enter the stretch run the last couple of weeks of the season. Winter Park, you look at the numbers, and they're about to clinch a playoff spot. They are 3.5 games clear of the DeLand Suns as the 0-2 delivery outside. Nice job by Pregent to get to that one. It's 1-2 at 21-3. DeLand in second at 19-8, 3.5 back. The Suns are 4.5 clear of Sanford at 14-12. Sanford then an extra 2.5 clear of Leesburg at 11-14. Winter Garden and Seminole County are going to battle for that last playoff spot. 1-2 pitch in there, strike 3, as Kyle Brana works a scoreless frame here in the 7th inning and keeps this game tied at 2. Villeman, Pregent, Hunter Fornari to hit in the 7th inning for the East. This game tied at 2. We'll be right back at the bottom of the 7th inning. Stretch time here in Sanford as you're watching the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game on YouTube. The two-time NAIA World Series participants, the Southeastern Fire, represented by Jack Wolgast, who's jumped ahead of Francis Villeman, no balls and 2 strikes. Wolgast having an excellent season for Winter Park as Villeman fouls off the 0-2 pitch to keep the at-bat alive. Wolgast just adding another piece for the Southeastern University Fire to use, the 2018 NAIA National Champions and the 2019 Sun Conference regular season champions. And went back to Lewiston for the NAIA World Series. And you think Southeastern, if you're not from Central Florida, you may not know that program, but that is a very, very good baseball team in Lakeland. The 0-2 delivery fouled off by Villeman. Count remains 0-2. As one of the sports information directors at Ave Maria University in the same conference, Southeastern has a preeminent power in that league. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Wolgast fouled off. Will do it again. Count remains 0-2. Bottom of the 7th inning, game tied at 2. We're going to play 9 no matter what. The 0-2 pitch, low and outside for a ball. It's 1-2 on the shortstop, Francis Villeman. It's Villeman, and then a couple of DeLand sons, Christian Pregent and Hunter Fornari, to hit here for the East All-Stars. Into the motion goes the righty. The 1-2 from Wolgast, low and inside for a ball. And the count on Francis Villeman, that is 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch coming from Wolgast is a high fly ball deep into right field. Francis Villeman goes off the wall. Ball skips away from the right fielder in Mathis. Villeman will dig for third. The throw to third is not in time. A sliding triple from Francis Villeman. And the East All-Stars are in business to take the lead. On the 9th pitch of the at-bat, Francis Villeman clocks a triple off the wall in right. Mathis let it go off the wall and then let it skip away. Not an error.
A week ago, none of the Rats could even read his pitches. They had 12 strikeouts, 6 innings.
So Wolgast faces Christian Pregent as one of the youngest players on this roster will try to give the East the lead in his first at-bat. No balls, 1 strike to the incoming Stetson Hatter and Pregent. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's blocked behind the plate by Miranda, and it's 1-1. The youngest player on the All-Star roster just graduated about 6 weeks ago from Atlantic High School in the DeLand area. The 1-1 pitch coming to Christian Pregent. Fouled back to the screen again, and the count is 1-2. His teammate Hunter Fornari stands in the on-deck circle. A couple of Suns hoping to give the East the lead and turn it over to the bullpen. Kyle Brana would become the winning pitcher if the East can get this run across. Wolgast has great stuff, though, to try to get out of it. Wolgast deals the 1-2 pitch. Pregent fouls it off again. The East working some nice at-bats here in inning number 7. 9-pitch at-bat led to the Villeman triple. Now Pregent trying to fight something off and get something to drive to give the lead back to the East. Set from the stretch. And the 1-2 is a chopper over the head of the shortstop. And the freshman, Christian Pregent, has given the East the lead. It's a go-ahead single by Pregent. It scores Francis Villeman, and the East is back in front, 3-2 on an RBI single by Christian Pregent. And that brings up his teammate with the DeLand Suns. It's Hunter Fornari. Was caught stealing in the 5th inning after coming on as a pinch runner for Joe Burke. First pitch of the at-bat to Fornari, misses low and outside for a ball. 1-0. Hunter Fornari had 3 home runs this week, hitting 2 in DeLand's insane home run explosion, but bounces that one as short. 6-4-3 double play, and there's 2 gone here in the 7th inning. Fornari bounces into a double play, retires Christian Pregent, and brings the East back to the top of the order and brings up Trent Taylor. Well, the MVP discussion is an interesting one at the moment. About 4 or 5 different guys you can make the case for. First pitch to Taylor, inside for a ball, 1-0. You could go Candy with the two RBIs. He went 1 for 3. You could go Villeman 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored as the 1-0 pitch is popped up by Taylor on the right side. First baseman gives it a chase, but it's going to be out of play, and it stays to go to 1-1. The only East player to reach base twice is Mark Townsend, and then you have Christian Pregent that has right now the game-winning RBI single. You go to the west side, the obvious one is Dalton Sheffield. He goes 1 for 3, but with a 2-run homer. And you've got Cole Beaker, who's 2 for 2 and has been on base 3 times. So there's a lot to be considered here. And we've still got another 2 innings plus to play this afternoon as the East leads the West 3-2. Christian Pregent right now has the game winner. But again, 2 innings of work left to be decided. The 1-2 pitch in there, strike 3, and Trent Taylor is set down on strikes. Jack Wolgass bounces back nicely, getting a double play and a strikeout to get out of the 7th. But Christian Pregent has given the East the lead on an RBI single that cashed in Francis Villeman, who tripled off the wall. We go to the top of the 8th inning from Sanford. Quentin Martinez will take the mound when we come back. You're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube Live. Quentin Martinez, who threw a no-hitter for the Seminole County Scorpions against Sanford earlier in the month of June, is on the mound, and he will protect a 1-run lead. He faces Parker Pillsbury of the Leesburg Lightning to start it off. The 1-0 pitch, low and outside. Again, 2 balls and no strikes. Martinez trying to get it to the closer for the Rats, Brock Myers, to close it out in the top of the 9th inning. We'll play the bottom of the 9th either way, as the 2-0 from Martinez fouled back to the screen. Here in the top of the 8th inning, the count is 2-1. The hero at the moment is Christian Pregent. A go-ahead RBI single in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A great Quentin Martinez breaking ball that time. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez ready to go from the windup. The lefties 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Martinez strikes out Parker Pillsbury, and he goes down on strikes to bring up the left fielder in Luke Reedy.
Here's the left fielder from the Robin Stars and Winter Park Diamond Dogs. Number 25, Luke Reedy.
First pitch of the at-bat from Martinez. Paints the corner on Luke Reedy to start the count. 0-1. Reedy followed by Cole Beaker. Beaker can make his case for MVP if he comes up with a big hit here, as the 0-1 delivery is a high fly ball on the right side. Alonso and Taylor giving chase. Taylor gave way to Alonso, but he couldn't get there in time, and the count on Luke Reedy moves to 0-2. East 3, West 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Into the motion, the 0-2 delivery. High and tight for a ball. And the count on Luke Reedy runs to 1-2. One gone here in the 8th inning after the strikeout of Pillsbury. Into the motion. And the lefty Martinez, 1-2 pitch. Inside, and it plunks Luke Reedy. So the tying run is aboard for the West on a hit by pitch. And an opportunity possibly for Cole Beaker to put his name firmly in consideration for MVP honors. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. 2 singles and a walk today for Cole Beaker. He gets in the cleanup spot, followed by Dalton Sheffield. First pitch of the at-bat from Martinez. Fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-0. 2 runs in the first for the East, 2 runs in the 6th for the West. East retook the lead with a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-0 pitch from Quentin Martinez paints the black on the outside corner for a strike. Count even, it's aces wild. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 RBIs for Jared Candy in the first, a 2-run homer by Dalton Sheffield in the 6th. And then a go-ahead single by Christian Pregent in the 7th. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. They'll rule that Reedy could not hold up on his swing. And the count is 1-2 on the cleanup hitter, I should say, Cole Beaker. Townsend, Candy, Hutzel in the 8th inning for the East to try to extend or possibly take the lead back. 1-2 pitch, fouled off by Beaker, and we'll do it again. Count remaining 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes the count from the lefty Martinez. His 1-2 pitch is hit high into center field. Jared Candy will find it. He's there to make the catch at cap height. And for the first time today, Cole Beaker is retired. There's 2 gone in the 8th inning to bring up the shortstop, Dalton Sheffield.
Shortstop from San Antonio and the Texas State Bobcats representing the squeeze, number 27, Dalton Sheffield.
Home run, he's the MVP. I don't care who wins. No doubt.
Dalton Sheffield digs in from the right-hand batter's box. He homered in his last at-bat. Can he do it again? First pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Would make him the nearly certain MVP unless someone hit a couple home runs on the other side in an inning. The 1-0 pitch to Sheffield. In the dirt for a ball. Good block behind the plate by Pregent. He's got his own little MVP case as the guy that drove in the winning run. Big for Pregent's case if he could throw somebody out on the base paths.
You're right. They were talking about it.
2 balls, no strikes from Martinez. The lefty's 2-0 pitch right down Broadway for a strike on the shortstop Dalton Sheffield. 2 balls and a strike. Sheffield has hit the ball in the air 3 times today. Fly out to left, fly out to center, and then the homer out to left. The 2-1 from Martinez. Hits that ball in the air as he's going to spread it around. Alan Alonso underneath it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. The 1-out hit by pitch of Luke Reedy does no damage. It's a scoreless inning for Quentin Martinez as we head along to the bottom of the 8th inning. The lead for the East remains 3-2. Mark Townsend, Jared Candy, Peter Hutzel will hit for the East All-Stars against Winter Park's Victor Gote, whose first pitch is a fly ball down the line in left. Left fielder ranges over, catches made by Luke Reedy. And for Gote, one pitch, one out to deal with the three-hole hitter trying to get himself an MVP vote is Jared Candy. Gote, 15 innings, 8 hits allowed, 5 runs all earned, 9 walks, 14 strikeouts in 15 innings of work. A 3-flat ERA, opposing hitters hitting just $157 against him. Brock Myers will try to close the win for the East. And if runs score for the East, and even if they don't, but if runs score, the guy that would try to close it out or preserve a tie would be the guy that had not given up an earned run until the 4th of July. And Brian Carullo is the 1-0 from Gote, down Broadway for a strike, 1-1. The DeLand Suns were the first team to get to Brian Carullo on Thursday. And a lot of that was Carullo's own fault. He walked, I think, 3 batters and walked in, the only run he's given up all season. The 1-1 pitch outside for a ball to Candy. It's 2-1. Hutzel in the on-deck circle, then Allen, and then Alonso. Connor Allen, and then Allen Alonso. 2 balls and a strike from Gote. As the dog fires the 2-1 pitch, it's fouled. It's hit high and deep down the right field line. Jared Candy, foul. Jared Candy almost had himself an MVP award in his back pocket as he almost went oppo, but he just goes foul, and the count is 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Jared Candy. As the 2-2 delivery, high and tight for a ball, it's full on Candy. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes the count into the motion. Gote, his 3-2 pitch is fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes the count into the motion. Gote, his 3-2 pitch, high and inside, ball 4. So Jared Candy is on base for the second time tonight. He stands on first for Peter Hutzel.
Alberta, Canada, big fan of the Flames up there. Here's the DH from the DeLand Suns, number 13, Peter Hutzel.
Hutzel, the Marshall product, will step in from the left side. Gote set from the stretch, his first pitch inside to Hutzel, and it's 1-0. Bottom of the 8th inning, East leads the West 3-2. First pitch of the at-bat was a ball. Second pitch is a ball. As able to hold up on his swing is Hutzel, and the count is 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. From the stretch comes Gote, and he deals the 2-0 pitch. It's low and inside again, and Hutzel takes the advantage in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Hutzel homered on the 4th of July in a loss to Winter Park. He gets hacking 3-0, and he pops it up on the left side of the infield. Third baseman trying to find it, and LaMarche does. He retires Peter Hutzel for the second out of the 8th inning to bring up Sanford's Connor Allen.
75 on base percentage, a astronomical 1126 OPS. First baseman.
Connor Allen, plenty of pop in his left-handed bat, will step in.
This just in. We're gonna do a derby after this.
A derby?
Yeah.
Regardless of the outcome?
Yeah.
As pitch inside for a ball. One 0 pitch in there for a strike. And fans, we are getting some breaking news in the box. We're going to get confirmed. We're going to get this news confirmed, so stay tuned. Top of the 9th inning, we're going to have some breaking news regarding today's All-Star game. Allen fouls one off. One ball, 2 strikes, your count, with 2 gone here in the 8th on Connor Allen. The 1-2 pitch from Victor Gote. He deals. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 2. Count evens. It's 2 balls, or I should say, count moves to 1 and 2.
I have to go confirm that he wasn't one of the 2 that were supposed to do it. But either they won't have someone or they'll do it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch is a fly ball into center field, a base hit. It drops in front of the charging center fielder Pillsbury. Around to second, now to third goes Jared Candy. And the East have runners at the corners with 2 gone here in the 8th as Connor Allen is aboard.
Here's the right fielder from the DeLand Suns and the Mount Olive Trojans. Number 5, Alan Alonso.
After this half inning, just announce that we're gonna do a derby.
All right.
Don't announce the names yet. All right.
Once again, fans, stay tuned. Top of the 9th inning, we'll have breaking news regarding the rest of All-Star Sunday here in Sanford. First pitch swinging is Alan Alonso. He fouls it off 0-1 as he looks to extend the lead here for the East. And he put himself in MVP consideration if he can shoot a gap or even leave the yard. No balls, 1 strike the count. Gote to Alonso. The 0-1 delivery, high and tight for a ball, and the count on Alan Alonso is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Behind Alonso, the guy that tripled to bring in the go-ahead, to set up the go-ahead run in Francis Villeman. Alonso clocks one high and deep to left field. That ball is off the wall. Alan Alonso picks up an RBI double. Second run coming around. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's a 2-run double for Alan Alonso. And the lead is 5-2 for the East All-Stars.
RBI is Alonso.
And into the MVP conversation goes Alonso with an RBI, a 2-run double for the East All-Stars.
Number 3, Francis Villeman.
Alan Alonso enters the MVP conversation with a 2-run double, 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. That may wind up being crucial in this game as Francis Villeman will look to put himself in the MVP consideration even more if he can drive in Alonso. Gote has the ball bounced to short. Sheffield collects it. Throw across the diamond in time, and the inning is over. But Alan Alonso with a 2-run double here in the 8th inning, and through 8, it's the East 5 and the West 2. We teased it, so here it is as the first pitch swung on and missed to Tate Mathis 0-1. We will have a home run derby this afternoon. As the league has decided, with weather out of the area, we've got the captive audience and we have the ability to do so. So we're going to have an abbreviated home run derby here in Sanford, and here's how it's going to work. And we'll keep calling the game as we go along here as Brock Myers 1-1 pitch outside for a ball 2-1. Each team will put one participant in. We'll give you that list after as the home run derby begins, as the 2-1 delivery is a shot into right center. Alonso just out of his glove. A diving attempt made by Alan Alonso, but it's a single for Tate Mathis, and the West will try to rally here in the ninth as it brings up Gerardo Miranda. One player from each team, 6 outs for each player. We are only going to go one round, but if there are ties, we will play a second round. First pitch upstairs for a ball 1-0 to Gerardo Miranda. We'll give you the list of home run derby hitters as the derby starts. Don't go anywhere. We're going to leave the stream up just where it is. We're not going to have a second stream for the derby. We will change our graphics department and put up our derby contestants. One ball, one strike from Myers. His 1-1 pitch. Great breaking ball. Dives into the zone for a strike. And the count moves to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off, and we'll do it again. One ball, 2 strikes on Gerardo Miranda. 1 for 3 with a double today. He's also struck out twice. The 1-2 pitch from Myers. Runner will bluff off the bag, and Myers will twist off of the mound and throw over to first, not in time. Top of the ninth inning, East leads the West 5-2. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball to third. Great stop by Fornari. Throw to second in time. Turn to first is not. But an excellent play at third base made by Hunter Fornari to retire Tate Mathis at second. What a play by the FGCU Eagle. Miranda reaches on the fielder's choice to bring up Wesley Faison. Remember, we will play the bottom of the ninth inning to let Brian Carullo face Pregent, Fornari, and Taylor. First pitch of the next at-bat, high and tight for a ball, 1-0. And we will clear the field, and we will have a Florida League home run derby tonight in Sanford. Myers comes set from his chin and deals the 1-0 pitch. Faison pops it up, fouling out of play, and the count is 1-1.
Hot dogs, $1. Burgers, $2. Still got some hot and ready for you.
Cole Beverlin is going to be the winning pitcher, I believe. He was the pitcher of record in this the Kyle Branna, who threw the 7th. I had my teams switched there. Branna is the winning pitcher. Brock Myers would pick up the save. Two balls and a strike as Myers checks and deals the 2-1. Breaking ball fouled off down the right side, and the count runs even. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So once again, we will have the Florida League Home Run Derby. Following the conclusion of this broadcast, we will have that stream right here, exactly where you're watching this game. The 2-2 pitch hit into center field. Right there is Jared Candy. Makes the catch, and the East is 1 out away from securing a victory here in the All-Star game. as Luis Lamarche will look to break up an 0 for 3 day as Myers looks to nail down the save. 5-2 East. 3 of the 5 runs driven in by the DeLand Suns. 1 by Christian Pregent, which would prove to be the game winner, and 2 insurance by Alan Alonso. Breaking ball in there from Myers. It's 0-1. Winter Garden providing both runs for the West on Dalton Shuffield's 2-run homer. The 0-1 delivery. Ground ball to the shortstop. It is collected, and the flip on to second means that the East All-Stars are going to win the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game. But again, fans, we're going to play a bottom of the 9th inning here in Sanford. Brian Carullo will step on the mound for one last show. Bottom of the 9th inning. East has won it 5-2, but we'll play one more. First pitch was popped up and caught by the catcher Miranda. Christian Pregent put down the pop out. There's one gone here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Brian Carullo looking to work a scoreless frame as he throws a pitch outside to Hunter Fornari. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch from Brian Carullo right down the middle on the inner half for a strike. It's 2-1. 2-1 delivery. Big swing by Fornari. Just taps the breaking ball from Carullo foul. It's 2-2. Once again, fans, we will have the 2019 Florida League Home Run Derby right here on the YouTube stream. As the 2-2 delivery, big slider swung on and missed as Carullo shows off that slider that has made him so deadly this summer. He strikes out Fornari, and there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 9th inning as the East has already won this game 5-2. We have an extra 3 outs to play with here, and then will clear the field for the Florida League Home Run Derby. First pitch. Swung on and missed by Taylor. No balls and a strike, excuse me. 0-1 count from Carullo. His 0-1 is a chopper towards third. It is biffed by the third baseman, but Dalton Shuffield's throw will not be in time. Made a great play at short to make that even a thought, as we'll score that in air to bring up Mark Townsend. Runner on first now, 2 gone for Townsend, who's 1 for 3 today. A single, a strikeout, a walk, and a fly out. One out left to play in this 2019 All-Star game as the first pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes the count. Carullo glances over the 1-0, high and outside, and the count is 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes the count. The 2-0 pitch, low and inside as Townsend trying to reach base for the 3rd time tonight for the East All-Stars. A nice outing by DeLand's offensive leader in the left fielder, Jared Candy. Have a chance to add to his total. There goes Taylor. Pitch is in there for a strike on the 3-0. He's in there with a stolen base that I'm tempted to call defensive indifference. But they did throw down, so a stolen base for Taylor, and the count is 3-1. Carrillo trying to avoid a second base runner here in the 9th. The 3-1 fouled off by Townsend, and the count has filled 3-2. And expect that big slider from Carrillo on this 3-2 delivery. You gotta wonder if you're Mark Townsend, maybe if you're taking 3-2 and hoping that slider is not in the zone. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the game is over. The East All-Stars claim a 5-2 victory over the West All-Stars. The winning pitcher is Kyle Branna of the Seminole County Scorpions. The save to Brock Myers, and we'll get ahead of everybody else. The most valuable player of the 2019 Florida League All-Star Game is the River Rats' Jared Candy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to clear the field. We're going to let everybody get things going, and then we are going to have the 2019 Florida League Home Run Derby right here on Florida League on the YouTube page. We're going to have the Derby right after this. And so welcome back, everyone. Here we go for the 2019 Florida League Home Run Derby. It'll be Joe Burke, the reigning defending champion out of Kentucky Wesleyan, who will hit first this afternoon. He will be thrown to by head coach Rick Hall. The Florida League interns are out in the outfield, and trust me, errors will be called out. Burke's first swing is fouled off down the right side. 1 out for Joe Burke. It's going to be a little harder here as Burke will line one into the outfield. It will fall in front of Winter Gardens GM Jenna Van Hoos. Second out on Joe Burke. Burke puts that one in the air, but it's not going to be enough as it will fall into shallow right center field. 3 outs here in Joe Burke's turn at the plate. And in a shortened version, only 1 or 2 home runs could do it as Burke will foul that one off. And now Burke down to his final out. No home runs and 4 outs here for Joe Burke. Burke now really going to look for his pitch to hit. Rick Hall trying to find the sweet spot for Joe Burke, who won this thing last year. Hall's really just trying to find the perfect spot here for Burke. Burke will hit one into center field. Not going to be enough, and that's it for Joe Burke. He will not be able to hit one out in the shortened version of this home run derby. But we're not sure yet. Again, with all these guys having just sat in the dugout for 3 hours or played, we will see how much energy is left for a lot of these guys, some of whom who played for 9 innings. There's no order to this, so it's complete anarchy on the field. No one knows who's going second. It's like 3 or 4 guys that are all kind of wandering out of their dugouts because no one wanted to put together an order for this. Could have drawn numbers out of the hat, literally anything. Your contestants in some order: Wesley Faison from the Squeeze, Luis Cabrera from Winter Park, Jared Candy from Sanford, Cage Cox from Leesburg, and Topher Grant from the Scorpions. Sometime near 7 o'clock, we'll get someone out to be the second hitter. And it'll be Wesley Faison who hits second. Looks like Winter Park's going to throw to him. See if we can figure out everybody that's out there in the outfield shagging. So we got Corey from Leesburg. We got Mark from Seminole County. We got Nora Hogg from Seminole and Sanford. We got Jenna Van Hoos. We got Jake Hauser, the DeLand GM. Looks like Tyler Skipper from Leesburg's out there. As Wesley Faison going to take his time and get the pitches he wants. Second round of the second batter of the home run derby. Burke was unable to get one out, so unless everyone throws goose eggs up, we will have a new home run derby champion here in 2019. As Faison being very selective. And the first pitch he takes a hack at will be flown into right center. It's going to stay in the yard, and the second pitch he hacks at will head back in that direction. Corey and Mark battling for it in right, as that's going to fall quickly. 2 outs here for Wesley Faison. No one has hit one out. We're on the second batter of the home run derby. Faison turns on one to left. Will it be enough? No, just short for the third out. That one had some distance on it. It's the closest one we've had thus far in the first 8 swings. 3 outs for Wesley Faison in the Florida League Home Run Derby. Faison being very selective with his pitches. Trying to find the spot where he can groove one. Hits that one into right center field. It's going oppo quite a bit, as that one's lifted high and deep to left. Ranging, but it's going to stay in the yard. And back-to-back have gone with the 0, as Faison does not put anything in. Let's go to Luis Cabrera from the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. Dogs will still be the pitcher, as Cabrera will try to get the first home run out of this derby. Cabrera fouls one off on the left side. First out for him. Only 5 outs to work with, so you've got to find your groove and find it early. 1 out for Cabrera. Lines one down the left field side. That ball is short. If we were at, say, Winter Garden, that's a home run. With 2 outs, they'll put one into left center field. That one's going to be short as well as it rolls to the warning track. Just like that, 3 outs for Luis Cabrera. No one has hit it out yet. 13 outs, no home runs. Cabrera lifts one into left center. That ball is gone! Luis Cabrera hits the first one, and we've got a leader as Cabrera skies another one into left center field. That one is well short for out number 4. Cabrera is going to take a moment to readjust the gloves and the wristbands, see if he can build on his lead. Cabrera, the new top scorer, with 1. Still Candy, Cox, and Grant to hit here in the Derby. Fly ball into left center. That's going to be Jake Hauser territory. And Jake drops it in left field. That's an E on the Suns GM. But Cabrera takes the lead in the home run derby. He hits 1, and it brings up the Florida League leader in home runs in Jared Candy. Candy got to be considered the favorite to win this competition. Candy's hit 9 this year for the Sanford River Rats. Again, got to think he's your favorite in this competition. Josh Montero misses badly on that one. That wasn't the swing. That was on a pitch. Candy tries to go oppo to right field. That's going to be way foul and out of play. 1 out on Jared Candy. Candy got underneath that one again as Corey gets underneath it and makes a nice catch over the shoulder. Overran that one a little bit, but makes the play. Candy just underneath. He's trying to elevate a little too much instead of driving as Nora and Jenna collide in center field. It's Nora that comes up with the ball. Nice catch by Nora with the GM from Winter Garden, Jenna, crashing into her as the pitch comes inside on Candy, who's trying to get something going here. Cabrera has 1. He's the only one to hit 1 out, and Candy will not be able to do it himself. So a 0 from Jared Candy. And Cage Cox from Leesburg will not go yet. It will be Topher Grant from the Seminole County Scorpions. Luis Cabrera remains the only guy to hit a home run, as Topher Grant will step to the plate. No one has hit 1 out, and Grant with what would probably be a single up the middle, but unfortunately this is not a singles derby, so there's 1 out. As that one again, he's barreling the ball up to center field, but he's not getting near the launch angle, if you want to use the current parlance, as he's quickly got 3 outs on the board. Four outs now for Topher Grant, as Corey's gotten a lot of work out there in right field with guys going oppo, but that's usually not a great strategy to win a home run derby, is go oppo, and that's 5 outs for Topher Grant, so he will put up a 0. And the final hope is Leesburg's Cage Cox. Cox needs 1 home run to force a tiebreaker, and 2 home runs would win the derby. Cox knows he has 5 outs to work with and can be somewhat selective. Got plenty of time. There's no lightning in the area. No pun intended. Line drive, not a home run. 1 out for Cage Cox. Cox trying to find the right pitches to work with as for some reason we still have 3 interns in left field and 1 in right for a left-handed hitter. I'm not sure quite what everyone's thinking here as Cox will hit a double down the right field line, but again, not a home run. 2 outs here for Cage Cox of the Leesburg Lightning. That's his 3rd out. Right now, Luis Cabrera will hit the only home run in this derby to win it. Cox has 2 outs to play with. Cox waiting for his pitch. Single down the right field line, and Cage Cox is down to his final out before we crown Luis Cabrera as the 2019 Florida League Home Run Derby champion. Cox needs the perfect pitch to try to tie this up on his final swing, essentially. And he's taking as many pitches as he can. Cox elevates. Is that going to be enough? No, it's not. And that is it. Luis Cabrera will be the Home Run Derby champion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to our special post-game show of the 2019 Florida League Home Run Derby. For our entire crew here at Sanford Memorial Stadium in Seminole County, Florida, I'm Ryan Murphy, saying may green be the grass beneath you, may blue be the skies above you, and may tomorrow be as fun as today. The East All-Stars win 5-2. Your MVP is Jared Candy, and Luis Cabrera wins the Home Run Derby. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.